ground in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, every team needs a pitcher like this one here. His numbers aren't going to blow you away. Career ERA just under 4. But one thing he does, he takes the ball every 5 days, throws strikes, and gives his team a chance to win every single time he goes out there. He'll be fun to watch in this one here today.
Stepping up now, Mark Lacey. And we are ready for some daytime baseball. First delivery to him on the way. Underway now in the Sunday finale as the game's first pitch is taken for ball 1. Dan, D-Row, we take a look at our home 9 as they take the field here today. They've been playing some pretty good baseball of late as they've won 6 of their last 8 games.
Hey, this is the big one here, Matty. You know what, D-Row? They're about to head on a 9-game roadie. One thing they'd like to do, get on that plane feeling good about themselves and salvage their last game of the series.
Yeah, Dan, they need to find a way to win this one today. Get on the flight. Makes everybody's dinner taste better. 9-game road trip coming up. A lot of packing involved, a lot of grinding on the road. They need to find a way to win this last one at home. I mean, that is the epitome of just a beautiful bunt right there. Putting it in no man's land. No play to be made. Beats it out. Puts himself on the base pass, and now he's a stolen base threat.
Runner back safely. Into the box, Buford Christian as he lifts it in the air to right field. Links will settle under it to make the play for the first out as the runner will have to head back to first.
Batting third, the center fielder, Jonathan Adkins.
Into the box now, Jonathan Adkins. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and 1 gone. From the stretch. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. No plate discipline that time, and he's in the hole now, 0-2.
This is a tough guy to turn 2 on. It's got to be hit hard. If you're an infielder, you've got to catch it and get rid of it quickly.
Popped him up. Hayes is under it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
Coming to the plate now, Paul Taylor. He'll get to take his first cuts here. From the stretch. Now that's popped up, and no one will get this one. The 0-1 on its way. Pitch out, nothing doing.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And set up behind the dish is Woody Keller as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
You know, D-Row, Woody Keller's a good umpire, but at times the consistency kind of wavers a little bit. I'm not sure if you'd say he's a low ball umpire or a high ball umpire. Sometimes his zone changes from game to game.
Yeah, he can be a little inconsistent, Dan, no question about it, but he's approachable. As an offensive player, I just want to be able to turn around and say, is that as far as you're going today? And Woody will usually give you an answer.
Throw over to first, and a dive, but he's back in. Ready to deliver the 1-2. They try to come in with a fastball, but it's too far in, and it's even at 2-2.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
The 2-2.
Count is full.
Well, this has been a good at-bat. He's now worked the count full to 3-2. It allows the runner on first to be on the move with 2 away.
And this pitch misses for ball 4. So that's going to move a runner into scoring position now with 2 away.
Well, when you go with a slider there in a full count, you're hoping that the hitter is thinking fastball and swings through it. Didn't work out that way, though. He lays off and gets the free pass.
Digging in now, Brad Benton. It's been a really slow start to the season for him, as you can see by the April numbers on your screen. First pitch on its way. And he misses inside with that one. Ball one. A ball and a strike.
Let's get it going, boys. Somebody's loose, hitting 98 with ease in the first inning.
And this is low, ball two. 2-1.
Hey, time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
The set and the 2-1.
This is a spot you like to be in as a good hitter. Runners in scoring position and count leverage in your favor.
And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Into center field, line drive, base hit. The run is in to score, and they take an early 1-0 lead.
Dan, you were one pitch away from getting out of this. 2 outs, 2 strikes on the batter, and he's able to throw out a ribby knot.
Dero, it's hard to get more frustrated than that as a pitcher. You're one pitch away from getting out of a lot of traffic on the bases, getting into the inning, and next thing you know, you give up a 2-out, 2-strike base hit. Nothing more frustrating for a pitcher than to have that happen.
Michael Wright is at the plate now, and he takes a cold strike. And there's ball one.
Hey, even though this guy's a righty hitter, he's going to get pounded with that 2-seamer. He needs to make sure he catches this thing out front if he sees that pitch again.
The 1-1. 1-2.
1-2.
And he fouls this one off.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
Slider whiffed on for strike 3. A great pitch to put an end to the inning. So 1 run on 2 base hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. Mississippi is out in front 1-0. Jeff Kessler will do the pitching in game 3 of the series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Yeah, Matt, his last start wasn't very good. Knocked out after 3 innings and took the loss. They're expecting much more from him, and he needs to get off to a flying start in this one.
Stepping up to the plate, Brian Hannon. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The second baseman, Brian Hannon.
The pitch. And he couldn't hold back that time. They say he went around at strike 1. Fellas, you look at these guys with a first inning lead, by the way, as they take the field this afternoon. They have not been playing their best baseball of late, as they've dropped 4 of their last 5.
Yeah, Matty, to expect to go through the course of a long season and just dominate every game, every team is just a foolish thought process. You're going to have these little hiccups throughout the course of the season. I think they keep you honest and keep you real and keep you on the attack. Let's see if they fight today.
And a half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
fooled him just enough with that pitch to get him to go around, according to the umpire. Sometimes it can be really tough for these big, strong guys because once they're committed to swinging, it's hard for them to slow their swings down, and that appeared to be the case there.
Andrew Arellano comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Bases are empty, one man out. Swung on and missed, 1-1.
Going to be a long day if he executes like this, punching tickets right out of the gate.
And here's a fastball, not close as he runs it to 2-1 now. High in the air down the right field line. Right fielder is on the run, and he makes the catch in the corner.
That is third. The third baseman, Tiny Ryan.
Stepping into the box, Tiny Ryan. No one aboard for him, and two gone here in the first. The pitch. Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Good pitch there down below the zone, got him to go after it. Bases are empty here with two men out. Low with a fastball here in the dirt even. It's ball one. Line to the right side, but a good play by the first baseman to spear this one, and that'll retire the side. Second inning set to go. And coming forward, the veteran outfielder, Sean McKee. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a ball, 1-0. Today's contest is, of course, the finale of the series, and the home side has dominated so far. They've got the opportunity to complete the sweep with a win in this one.
This team going for the sweep is looking for some home cooking. It's always nice to win a series, but particularly nice when you can sweep a series at home.
He was absolutely all over that fastball. Have to find a way to keep that fair.
And that misses, 2-1. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
He walked a guy back in the first, and now he's looking like he might hand out another free pass to the leadoff guy here. You can't be walking a guy an inning and think you're going to have any success.
Grounded down the third baseline, but this will wind up foul as he runs the count full now. Now the 3-2 pitch. And he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. But that'll stay in the park as it's off the wall. And he is into second base with a leadoff double.
As we take a look at this one, you can see he puts a good swing on it, but I don't think he got her just enough to put some backspin to get it out of here. But hard to complain about a well-hit double, though.
At the plate now, Jason McIntosh, as he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike one. Slider, and that's in there for strike two. McIntosh, 30 years of age. He's an 11-year vet at the major league level, so he certainly put together a nice career in professional baseball. They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out. That was a nasty-looking slider that time.
Yeah, that was really well executed, Matt. A classic strikeout pitch. You think it's fastball middle in, then it starts bearing in on your back leg, and unless you hit it out front, there's nothing much you can do with that.
To the plate now, Jeff Kessler, as he tries to go out and get the slider, but it's not there. It's strike one. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. McKee leads off second with one gone in the inning. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-2.
Hey, that's a nice take by the batter right there, but that's a non-competitive off-speed pitch. Got to do better to at least entice a swing.
The 1-2.
He went with the off-speed there once he got him to 0-2, but now that they both missed, I think we'll see more of a challenge pitch here. You don't have to give in, but you can't be too cute either.
Here now the 2-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
Now after back-to-back strikeouts, he's got a real good chance of making that leadoff double pretty much meaningless. He's made some good pitches, and these hitters have really failed driving him in or at least getting him over.
In now, Mark Lacey, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Comes set, the 0-1. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now. 0-2. 0-2. Here it is. In the dirt here, and he'll rein it in as the count moves to 1-2. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Line drive, base hit to right. The throw home. Oh, but it's offline, so the run will score.
Dan, you find yourself in trouble early, putting guys on base, but then you're able to wiggle out of it, get 2 quick outs. You think you're going to get your team off the field, and with 2 outs, you give up a run-scoring base hit.
You know what happens sometimes, Dero? You lose concentration. You find yourself in a tough spot. You get 2 outs. You think you're just almost out of it, and you lose concentration, and that might have been what happened in that case.
Buford Christian is in for the second time now as he looks at a ball inside. 1-0. Here's a look over to first, and he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. The 1-0 home misses, ball 2. The Thunder do, of course, trail by a couple of runs already, so they're going to have to work from behind to earn the sweep.
Sweeps aren't easy to do at this level, particularly with the competition being so stiff. They're down a couple of runs early, but there's a lot of baseball left in the way they're playing right now. This game's far from over.
Now the 2-0 is in there for strike 1.
Yeah, I get it. They want to run this guy's pitch count up, but that was a pretty good pitch to hit. He might be kicking himself that he didn't swing at that one.
2 balls and a strike. Here it comes. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline, but this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2. From the belt, kicks and deals, fouled off. And it's fouled away. The 2-2 one more time.
Good spot for an RBI. Put the ball in play with the runner in motion. He could score all the way from first.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Hamby is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. So a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. On now to the bottom of the second. The Cobras are out on top 2-0. Standing in, Corey Esparza. He's yet to get into the hit column in the series. 0 for 7.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs. but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
1-0 the count. Now here's the pitch. 2-0.
Not even close with the 1-0. He needs to get back in the zone, but be careful. Work the quadrants.
2 balls and a strike.
1 strike.
Sent on the ground out to second. Scooped up, and an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow.
Batting fifth, the center fielder, number 54.
Digging in, Blake Hamby, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Pitch on the way. Got him to go up the ladder there for strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. One out, nobody on. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
So now to the plate, Mike Hayes. He'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He'll try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now.
Down 0-2 to a guy with this much weaponry, 5 pitches he can go to, not looking good.
Into center field, line drive, base hit.
Dan, count goes out the window with this batter right here. It doesn't matter if it's 0-2, 2-0, he's locked.
He has great bat-to-ball skills. There are some guys that just had a knack, D-Row, of being able to get the barrel of the ball, and this is one of those guys.
Into the box now, Leroy Lynx, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1. Tying run at the plate, the 0-1. Weak roller right side. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Top of the third set to get underway, and next will be a speed threat in the form of outfielder Jonathan Atkins.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
In there at the knees as he offers a strike to the leadoff man, 0-1. Comes set with the 0-1. Ball 1 as he lays off below the zone. A shot down the first baseline, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. Now the pitch.
Ball.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out.
Boy, that's the best pitch in baseball right there with 2 strikes. That elevated fastball. Every hitter thinks that, hey, they can do something with that, but most of the time you get the result that you saw right there. A big swing and a miss and another strikeout.
At the plate, Paul Taylor, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball, 1-0. He comes in at 262 on the year, 6 home runs and 11 RBIs. Is swung on and driven out to right center field. A ball that's well hit. And he will run this one down. A good read off the bat for the second out. So a nice running catch on display that time as we get a look at it again with Show Track. He took a nice route, covered a good amount of ground, 100 feet to be exact, to bring that one in. Well done. Striding into the box, Brad Benton. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Ball.
Yanked the slider across that time, laid off for a ball. And a fastball that's about off the radar screen there. It's 2-0.
Pretty easy takes to start out this at bat. None of those pitches were even close to the strike zone.
Now the 2-0 home. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
Now with the bases empty, I think he needs to be careful not to just groove one here just because it's 3-0. He's a guy that could ambush you and lose one over the wall.
Here's the pitch. And that's in there. 3-1.
Got to believe he had the green light in that situation. 2 outs, 3-0 count. This guy can certainly handle the bat. That's a perfect situation to let him loose. But I love the fact that he's keyholed in a certain area, and it wasn't what he was looking for.
This is on the ground over to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Now at the plate, Michael Lopez. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3.
Michael Lopez.
First delivery to him on the way. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Ball and 2 strikes now.
Hey, I get it. He wants to set up that breaking ball down and away. But that 0-2 fastball wasn't even close.
Fouled away. Rolled slowly down the third baseline. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Now here it comes. Hit the other way out toward right field. McKee is there, and he makes the catch for the out. So 1 gone now as we give you a look at where these 2 teams find themselves entering play in the National League's Eastern Division race. Now to the plate, the pitcher, Judd. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. And wow, a very high strike, but a strike nonetheless, and it's 1-1. Now here's the pitch. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
You certainly know he's not trying to work around the pitcher. And sometimes the hardest thing to do is to throw a strike to a guy that you know won't swing the bat.
Boy, he just threw that fastball by him. Liner towards second, but this is going to be hauled in out there at second base for out number 2.
Now batting, the second baseman, Ryan Cannon.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Brian Hannon. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one, and we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
Two out, nobody on. Strike 2.
Hey, down 0-2. He better be leery of this guy's nasty changeup. He has the ability to bury it down and away or down and in wherever he wants to. So you got to be on point with this one.
Inside, as he might be trying to set him up here 1-2. Now a fastball as he just reared up and let that one fly, and the inning is over. Set for the start of the inning, and that'll bring in the veteran catcher, Michael Wright.
Michael Wright.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Shocked he didn't let it fly right there. Usually you're looking for a fastball elevated to get the party started.
The 0-1.
Ball.
And that one misses badly. It's ball 2. Swung on and hit deep to left center. This one has a chance. And, oh, he missed a home run by a matter of feet. It's off the wall. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
Every hitting coach in the league will tell you it only takes one swing of the bat to get out of a slump, and maybe that's what we're seeing right here. He's been struggling, no doubt about it, but he's able to lace this thing off the wall, and he's standing at second with some newfound confidence.
Standing in now, Sean McKee. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. The 1-0.
Great job of doubling up with a fastball inside. A lot of times you'll see a pitcher go in there, but they won't go back in there a second time. This guy's not afraid to pitch inside.
This is flared out towards second, and this is taken for the out.
Now batting, second baseman, Jason McIntosh.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jason McIntosh. First pitch of the at-bat. Ball 1. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Runner at second here with one man out. Pitch to the plate is a slider for a strike, and it's all knotted up at 1-1.
You know, you think it's an 8-hole hitter right there. You shouldn't be taking that fastball, and you're right. But when you got the pitcher hitting behind you, you sometimes sit off speed because that's the pitch you're usually going to get. The pitcher does not want to get beat by you, and he's not afraid to walk you and hand it over to an AB against the pitcher.
And he fouls this one off. Oh, a fastball swung on and missed, and for the second time today, he's gone on strikes.
Well, there's nothing like seeing a good power pitcher that has a good fastball. And what does he do? He just throws this good fastball right by, brings the express. No chance to put that ball in play.
Stepping in now, Jeff Kessler, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball one. And a chance now to increase his lead if he can deliver something here with two gone. The 1-0 is taken for ball two.
Can't fall behind against the pitcher. Need to minimize pitch count against the easy outs, and this is certainly one of them.
Two out here and a runner at second. The high fastball is in there.
Even though it's early on in this one, anytime you get runners in scoring position, you'd like to knock them in.
Just behind the fastball there. Two strikes now. Here now the 2-2. And a slider, called strike three as he couldn't pull the trigger, and the side is retired. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Bottom of the inning now, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder, Andrew Arellano.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
That swung on and missed. We're even at 1-1. Looking at his career totals, Arellano averages a hit once every 4 at-bats, an average at exactly 250. And able to lay off the fastball away here. 2-1 now. Hit on the ground out to short. Reined in. Throws in time, and that's out number one.
Good pitch right there to run the two-seamer in on his hands and bunch him up. And an easy ground ball is the result.
Ready now, Tiny Ryan. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Bases are empty, one man out. And he popped him up. Back into foul territory behind first. Benton is over now, and he's got it for route number 2.
The first baseman, Corey Esparza.
So stepping in, Corey Esparza. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First offering on its way. Lifted out towards straightaway center field. Long run for the center fielder. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Brett Sanders is on, and he'll take over on the mound in relief.
Brett Sanders.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Mark Lacey. He singled his last time up.
Mark Lacey.
First pitch on its way. And here's a fastball called for strike one. Looking at his lifetime numbers, Lacey possesses a slugging percentage above the .450 mark, so he's capable of running into one here. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Arellano arranged to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the first down.
The left fielder, number 10, Buford Christian.
Ready for another shot now. Buford Christian. He flew out in his last at-bat. Here's the first pitch to him. And this is on the outside corner for strike one. Drops one down here, and he'll try to beat it out. And the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out.
The center fielder, number 32, Jonathan Atkins.
Digging in once again, Jonathan Atkins. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he runs that one high and tight for ball one.
One ball, no strike.
Bases are empty here with two men out. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Pitch on the way. Fly ball out to straightaway left. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. Last half of the 5th coming up. Mississippi leads this one 2-0. Settling in now, Blake Hamby. They'll start things out here in the home 5th, and it's been tough sledding for this lineup through the first half of the game.
Yeah, they haven't had any momentum going to the plate so far in this one, Matt. They need something to break their way and wake them up a bit.
Be nice to get these fans involved at some point as well. Hit down the line at first. But a foul ball here, 0-1. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. According to the career numbers on the back of his baseball card, Hamby hits in the 240s, so there's room for improvement in that regard.
You know, Matty, I know his career batting average jumps off at the page, but this guy can help a roster in a lot of different ways. He brings value to the manager on a daily basis.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Hit on the ground out to short. Fielded cleanly, and that's out number 1. So another exceptional effort for him on the mound. He's got the shutout working here, as we'll show you the league ERA leaders. And as you see there, he finds himself in 6th place in the category in the National League. Now at the plate, Mike Hayes. He reached on a single in his first try.
Yeah, guys, still the only hit in this game so far. They've been pretty well shut down. Guys on the mound have really much controlled the whole outcome up until this point.
0-1 the count. Now the pitch.
0-2.
Swing and a miss. Looked like the knuckle curve there, and that's out number 2. So still nothing against him on the scoreboard here in the 5th as we check out the league leaderboard for team ERA. And we find that these guys currently sit in the number 3 position in the circuit in that category. Stepping into the box, Leroy Lynx. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. First pitch on its way.
No.
Boy, they've been just getting shut down right here. Been a while since they've even had a runner on. So I think it's time to start looking for ways to make some things happen. Drop a bunt, get up on the plate, something.
The 1-0. Out of play off to the right. It's 1-1.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch. Wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
1-1.
I know it's cliche and it's tired at times, but a well-located fastball down at the knees is still the best pitch in the game.
Bouncer to the left side. Scooped up. Throw on to first. Gets him, and the side is retired. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Paul Taylor.
The third baseman, Paul Taylor.
Here comes the first pitch.
Yeah.
Taylor is really a well-balanced hitter. That doesn't seem to matter whether he's facing a right-hander or a lefty. He makes a lot of loud contact either way, which is quite rare in today's game.
Yeah, you can tell this guy really pays attention, puts time in the cage, studies the video, seems to always have a game plan, and is not off balance too much.
And they'll turn to the slider here, and it just misses. 2-1 now.
Hey, after those two breaking balls missed, you have to be sitting on a fastball right here.
Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike. Struck him out. Now to the plate, Brad Benton. He's 1 for 2 in the ballgame. First pitch coming, here it is. And that misses for ball 1.
1-0.
The 1-0 is a slider taken for a ball.
In today's game, everybody's trying to work off the mound north-south, trying to elevate that heater. He wanted that pitch right there, but I can tell you as an offensive player, I'd rather give you 6 inches off east-west than to have you call that high fastball.
And wow, that looked to be well inside, but it's a called strike. 2-1 now. And the pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Hamby is there, 2 gone.
The catcher, number 4, Michael Wright.
Trying to pick things up where he left off. Michael Wright, 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. First delivery to him on the way. Lays off 1-0.
1 ball, no strike.
Grounder down the line at third. Oh, what a stop on the slide. Touché, sir. Into the box, Michael Lopez will start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. 1 hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing.
Well, he kind of tipped his hand right there. His approach is obviously sitting on the off speed because he was so late on that first pitch heater.
It's 1-2. And 2-2.
Tried to work in the backdoor breaking ball there for a strikeout, but he just couldn't quite get it to come back to the corner. That's a really tough pitch to hit if you can spot it.
The 2-2.
Hey, throwing the ball great up until this point. Don't want to allow a leadoff walk. Needs to just focus in on his mechanics right here.
Now the payoff pitch home. Sent in the air out to straightaway central. Atkins patrolling center makes the play. 1 out.
Now back, the pitcher, Brett Sanders.
Scott Franchise will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning. And boy, a high strike called there. That's not all that consistent, but it's strike 1. That average coming in right at 300 on the nose. 5 homers and 15 RBIs. Pitch popped up, and this is going to wind up a foul ball. 1 out, nobody on. Looped out towards short. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Well executed two-seamer on the outside corner that time, and that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it.
So striding in, Brian Hannon. First delivery to him on the way.
Ball. 1-0.
2 out, nobody on. And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
Hey, pretty aggressive pitch right there up in the zone. Surprised he didn't offer at it.
Here's the 1-1.
2-1.
A couple of strikeouts early in the game, but he's done a much better job in this at-bat trying to get ahead and put himself in a good hitter's count.
And the 2-1. High in the air out to center field. Atkins is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. James Ray is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Ray.
Now at the plate, Sean McKee will start the 7th in what's been a fast-moving pitcher's duel to date.
McKee.
Here comes the first pitch.
Ball 1.
Ray primarily attacks hitters with his sinker, but not your typical sinker. He throws it much harder than most.
He's a hard guy to get elevation on. In a day and age where a lot of hitters are looking to lift and separate and get the ball in the air, he has some good sink, not great sink, but he makes hitters hit the ball on the ground, and when he's on, you'll see a lot of ground balls.
And this one's down the middle, a ball and a strike.
You rarely see a pitcher of this quality throw one right down the middle, and man, as a hitter, probably a good chance you're not going to see that pitch again.
This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. Yeah, we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. Here's the 2-1 home. Oh, textbook slider there, and he's back at even 2-2.
Look at the radar gun on that slider. Off-speed pitch, 91 miles an hour. That's just pure filth.
He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Right down Main Street, caught him looking.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys in this one. The bullpen has looked sharp and it backed up a nice effort turned in by the starter. These days, pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys have done so far.
Into the box, Jason McIntosh, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Here's the pitch.
Ball, no.
That's where he wants that sinker to end up, but that was a nice job of laying off.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Ball 3.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
3-2.
Hold down.
And he lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball 4.
The pitcher, number 56. Jeff Kessler.
The pitcher, Jeff Kessler, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation. So let's see if that is indeed on right here. Now a move over to first. Runner back standing. Here's the first pitch to him. And now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. And they'll put the tag on him going to first, but the sacrifice is successful.
Sacrifice was in order right there as he gets the bunt down right there. And sometimes it's easier to just tag him instead of making that throw to first base.
So striding forward now, Mark Lacey. He's 2 for 3 thus far. Trying to keep the game close. Here's the pitch.
Looked like he was going to wait him out, see if he was going to come over the heart of the plate. Well, newsflash, he is, and this hitter's going to adjust his batting gloves, and he better be ready in the box.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Fastball called for strike 2.
Well, you can see he's coming right at this guy, just pounding the ball in the strike zone. He certainly has the advantage now. This guy hasn't even swung the bat yet.
Now the 0-2 pitch. Fastball well outside. Popped up. Esparza in foul ground. And he lays out, but he can't make the play. We'll do it again. 2 out here and a runner at second. Just hung in there on that one. The 1-2. Grounded up the first baseline. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. From the belt, the pitch. Neither guy giving in here, and they'll do it again. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. And he struck him out, so he was forced to make 9 pitches that at-bat, but he'll take it as the inning is over. Last half of the 7th here, and standing in is the veteran outfielder, Andrew Arellano.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
Ball 1 to start the at-bat. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now.
2 balls, no strikes.
And this is a called strike at the letters. Looked like ball 3, but make it 2-1 instead.
Tying run stands on deck, but it'll only matter if the guy in the box can get on base.
Yeah, and that has to be his mentality at the plate right now, Matt. He can't be the hero, so he needs to do what he can to give the guy behind him a chance to be the guy.
And now a pitch on the way. High in the air out to center field. Atkins is there, and he has it for the first out.
Now batting, the third baseman, Tiny Ryan.
Stepping in, Tiny Ryan. First pitch of the at-bat. No balls and 1 strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
Ball. Playing 11, 1-1.
One out, nobody on. And now a fastball, but he's able to hold off on it, and it's 2-1 now. And this pitch is lined softly here to the right side. Foul. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
One of the things you want to do with a starter, get that pitch count up. Here's another productive at bat, as this count now gets to 3 balls and 2 strikes.
And whoa, awfully close, but it's ball 4 according to Woody Keller.
This is only their second base runner of the game after that earlier hit. Tough to score when you don't have anyone on base, so we'll see if they can get something going here.
Ready for another chance? Corey Esparza, 0 for 2 on his line thus far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball 1. Now a throw over to first, and the runner back. The 1-0 delivery.
Ball.
Very impressive outing so far. His command has been spot on. Even when he misses his spot, it isn't out over the heart of the plate. He's throwing quality pitches.
Now the 2-0. Blake Hamby, who represents the possible go-ahead run here, waits in the on-deck circle. Runners on first with 1 down. Shot toward right center, and that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1 for 3 games so far. And that runner will go no further than second, as there are 2 aboard now.
Hey, listen, as a pitcher, when you fall behind with 3 balls, you want to come in there and throw a strike, and sometimes you're going to give up a base hit.
Yeah, Danny, that's the name of the game from the offensive standpoint. Work yourself, count leverage, man. 2-0, 3-0, 3-1. Buy yourself that pot-committed fastball and cheat.
Michael Jordan takes the mound to try to get out of this mess. There are 2 on with only 1 away.
Jordan.
Blake Hamby will be his first assignment here as they'll face him with runners at first and second and 1 gone. Set. Here it comes. Hard hit ball to second. He's got it. There's 1. On to first. It's a double play. As their woes continue, the inning is over. Leading off the inning, Buford Christian, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. Now here it comes. And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball 1. The Thunder entered the day looking to wrap up a big series sweep, but it's going to take some late game heroics in order to make that a reality.
Never easy to sweep any team, but this is a close one, and there's an old saying in baseball, a bloop and a blast, and if they can stay close, get a base hit, get somebody to hit one out of the ballpark, they're not out of this one yet.
Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1 and 2. And the pitch.
Ball.
And for the opposition, wrapping this up and salvaging a win would at least make their trip out of here a little more pleasant.
This could be just what the doctor ordered. Nobody likes to get swept on the road, so winning this one could be big for building back team morale.
The 2-2.
Full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Looked to me like he tried to do way too much on that 2-2 pitch. You don't have to come into the zone on that count, but a pitch that far outside isn't going to tempt anyone to swing.
The 3-2 pitch down the third baseline, but this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. Another full count pitch home, fouled off. And it's fouled away.
I know the fans love the souvenirs, but the battle between the pitcher and batter right here is what makes the game great.
Another payoff pitch. On pitch number 10 is the one that finally does it as he strikes out after a long battle here. Stepping in, Jonathan Adkins. First delivery to him on the way.
Ball. 1-0.
Now the 1-0 is looked at for the first strike. Ball 2 with a sinker that runs off the inside.
1 strike.
Sitting in a good spot right here. 2 ball, 1 strike count is yet to see a fastball. Have to be sitting on one right here.
2 balls and a strike. Here it is.
That's the ball.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
3 balls.
One thing to take note of is how these last 2 batters have really driven up his pitch count. He's had to use 14 pitches already on them, and he's not even through this guy yet. 14 is near the top end of what you want to throw in a complete inning.
Who thought he had ball 4, but instead it's strike 2.
3-2.
Struck him out, so he's set down on strikes for the 2nd time today.
2 up, 2 down on strikes in this inning. He looks really sharp out there, guys.
The third baseman, number 3, Paul Taylor.
To the plate now, Paul Taylor.
And on the first pitch, he grounds foul.
0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Here comes the 0-1.
Ball.
Grounded down the third baseline, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Yanked the slider across that time, laid off for a ball.
This is a fun guy to watch when he's up there. Really battles. Doesn't take any pitches off. He's a grinder. Always seems to make it difficult on the opposing pitcher.
Swung on in the dirt for the 3rd strike. And the throw to first ends the inning. Pretty painless half of the inning all told. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. Mississippi leads it 2-0. Tim Lee is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Lee.
Leading off the inning, Mike Hayes, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Here's the 0-1 pitch. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2. And a swing and a miss there on a late breaking slider as he set down on strikes for the 2nd time this afternoon.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best 2-strike approach either.
In now, Leroy Links, as he'll take a look at ball 1. No hits to this point. The 1-0 home.
This offense has been underachieving all day, putting way too much pressure on their own pitching staff. Someone has to have a quality AB and get this line going.
Set. Here comes the 1-1. And he just misses inside with the fastball there. Takes that one a little bit low. 3 balls and a strike now. You see a right-handed batter waiting next, but he could very well be pulled back as the situation dictates. Set. Here's the 3-1. Curveball, but a good job to lay off, and he works out the free pass.
Whoa, you know a pitcher is really fighting himself when he misses a zone by that much. I'm surprised the catcher could even bring that in.
Striding in, Michael Lopez. Prior to the at-bat, a check on first. And a dive, but he's back in there. First pitch coming. Here it is. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Runner at first here, 1 man out. There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Back on it is the left fielder. That one is out of here. This game is tied. So a 2-run shot to left center as we are all knotted up at 2.
What a great feeling right there as he circles the pillows. Finally able to get this offense potentially going with 1 swing of the bat. Being shut out all game, but not anymore.
Saul Woodman will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here. Try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. He's got that average up over 340 now. 1 home run and 11 RBIs. The 1-0.
Hey, you want to talk about being in a zone? This guy's been raking lately, and it all starts with his pitch selection. 2 great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher just go ahead and challenge him.
Swung on, and this one's driven in the air as well to deep right field, and that is off the wall. And he is into second base with 1 away as the go-ahead run.
Wow, he was willing that thing to get out of here. Would have given him the lead right here late in the game, but it ends up hitting off the wall, and he heads into second with an extra base hit. We'll see if the next man up can come through in the clutch here.
Brian Bledsoe answers the call now, looking to get this one onto the 9th inning without any trouble. So digging in now, Brian Hannon. It's been a rough go of things at the plate for him so far, but his guys are looking for him to change that right here.
Yeah, nothing better than coming through for the boys in a tight game, Matt, especially when you're kind of due to do something productive.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Line drive to center field. And that's in there. Base hit. Throw comes in quickly here, so that'll hold that go-ahead run at third now with still only 1 away.
Dan, right here you see a situation where no doubles defense comes back to bite you. As a pitcher, were you even aware when guys are playing a foot off the track?
I'll be honest with you, D'Lo. You're so concerned about on the mound trying to get that white ball to that dark brown or black glove that I never really ever turned around to even notice where they were playing. I was concerned about getting the guy out swinging the bat.
Here's the first pitch to him. Grounded weakly down the line toward third. Reined in. 1 there. Return throw is in time. How about that? They do turn 2, and it gets him out of the inning. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. More to come on MLB Network Sunday Baseball after this. Eric Mensch will be on the mound to start the 9th inning, and his job will be keeping the ball game tied until the bottom half. Coming to the plate now, Brad Benton.
The first baseman, Brad Benton.
Here comes the first pitch. Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. As mentioned earlier in the broadcast, this game has the potential to result in a series sweep, but of course with a tie game on our hands, that is no foregone conclusion.
Never easy to sweep. This is one of those teeter-totter games, back and forth as we're tied going into the back end of this game right now. It'll be interesting to see how this one plays out.
A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. The ball and 2 strikes. Now a slurve's going to bounce up to the plate as he lays off it for a ball. Here now the 2-2. Good hard slider as this one swung on and missed for the first out here in the 9th.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
At the plate, Michael Wright, as he will swing and miss on a fastball on the outer half. It's strike 1. Mensch, a right-hander that stands 6'8". This is his first year at the big league level. Hit in the air down the right field line. Right fielder giving chase. He makes the play. Really had to hustle to get to that one. 2 gone now.
The right fielder, number 19. John McKee.
Now at the plate, Sean McKee. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, Matty, and hopefully he got it out of his system. Especially now, he's got to bear down. He gets the 2 strikes in this spot. Has to put the ball in play.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Into the wind, the 0-1. Oh, and look at this. High in the air and deep. And when this ball comes down, they'll have taken the lead. Home run. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. As they've taken the lead, it's now 3-2.
Hey, with one swing of the bat, that closer better get ready. He's going to be doing some work in the bottom half of this inning.
Into the box now, Jason McIntosh, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Lays off again, and it's 2-0.
This inning really feels like it's getting away from him out there. As a reliever, you can't let that happen. Nothing you can do about what's already happened, and it's only going to get worse if you're not focusing on the guy in the batter's box.
Not close with the off-speed pitch taken for a ball.
Well, he knows it, but this is the kind of guy you just have to go right after. He's not the biggest threat with the bat, so it's time to challenge him right here.
And a cold strike on the outside part of the plate. Changeup too low. He walked him.
Well, he walked him on 5 pitches, but that last pitch was really good. He missed down, but only by a hair. When a hitter has a 3-1 count, he can wait until he gets a pitch he loves.
Richard Wise will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher. Now a throw over. A dive, but he's back. And again a throw, keeping particularly close tabs on him. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. The average right at 280 coming in. No home runs yet in this first month, and 4 RBIs. Now a swing and a miss, and I don't think he was expecting a pitch inside. It's 1-1. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. Swing and a liner. Right at the third baseman, and that'll end the inning. And some dramatics here in the top of the 9th as this home run gives them the lead. That'll set the stage for the bottom of the 9th. The Cobras lead it 3-2. Jason Lee is the man called on to close this one and earn a save in the 9th. All set for the bottom of the 9th, and that'll give way to the third baseman, Tiny Ryan. First pitch coming, here it is. Edge of the zone that time taken and ruled a strike. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
Your idea of working the count goes out the window. You're frustrated right now, down 0-2. Gotta find a way to grind.
Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
Stepping in now, Corey Esparza, as he'll cut on and miss it. A good slider at the knees for strike 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Now a swing and a miss at a slider for a strike.
One of the keys to good pitching is attacking early in the count. That's 2 pitches, 2 swings, and an 0-2 count. Let's see if he goes right after him and tries to bury him here on the 3rd pitch.
And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
Well, you have to feel pretty confident about the way this one's going to end up as a manager. 2 hitters, 2 strikeouts from the closer. There's not a whole lot more he can do to instill confidence that he's going to wrap this thing up without any problem.
So coming to the plate, Blake Hamby. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Nearly got the inside, but ruled the ball. Lee, a right-hander going 6'5". He's in the midst of his 14th major league season, so I guess you could say baseball has been good to him. Now the 1-0. scorched to third. A diving effort as it's off his glove. And the recovery will not be in time at first, and the inning will continue following the infield single.
Hey, this game is close right here, but I'll take you inside the mindset even if it was a blowout. I know the team's down to their final out, but you'll be hard-pressed to ever find an offensive player give away an AB. Nice infield single right there to keep the line moving.
Mike Hayes is in with 2 away here as this one swung on and missed for the first strike. They'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. And there's a called strike 2 as now they're down to their final strike this afternoon. Fans on their feet in a 1-run ball game in the last of the 9th. And he struck him out for out number 3. So that'll wrap things up here as they leave the possible tying run stranded at first.
Well, that's just a great job of battling on the road. They fought all the way to the end, took the lead in the top of the 9th, and secured the W in the bottom half. That's a great team win.
A 1-run game this afternoon, 3-2 the final finish. Mississippi came through when it mattered in the 9th on the way to the win. Brian Bledsoe earns his 3rd win of the year in relief. Jason Lee hammers down the save, his 8th of the season. So that's a wrap for us in this one. Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, Matt Vasgersian, we all thank you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. See you next time.
Fans, our final line score. First, for the victorious visiting team, 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors. They left 6 men on base. For the home team, 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors. They left 6 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 49 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.